Ever wondered how comments work in Python? Well, it's simpler than you might think. In Python, comments serve as a built-in notepad for programmers. They allow you to jot down thoughts, explanations, or even future plans right within the code without affecting the program's operation. How is that possible? The Python interpreter, the entity that reads and executes your code, ignores anything marked as a comment. Now, how do you mark something as a comment? The answer lies in a simple symbol, the hash or pound sign, hash. Imagine you're writing a print statement like, print, hello world. To add a comment to this line, you simply append the hash symbol followed by your note. For example, print, hello world, hash. This prints a greeting. The Python interpreter will execute the print statement, but it will completely ignore the comment that follows the hash. But what if your note is a little more verbose, spanning multiple lines? Python has you covered. You can create a multi-line comment using triple double quotes like this. This is a multi-line comment. It spans multiple lines. It's important to note that Python doesn't technically recognize these as comments like it does with the hash. However, they function similarly when used outside of a string context, and Python will ignore them. Perhaps one of the most beneficial uses of comments is to temporarily disable parts of your code. By simply adding a hash before a line of code, Python will skip over it, allowing you to easily test variations of your program without deleting and rewriting code. B-roll change. For example, let's say you have a function that you suspect is causing a bug in your program. Instead of deleting the entire function, you can comment it out by adding a hash at the beginning of each line. This way, the function will be ignored when you run your program, and you can see if the bug still occurs. B-roll change. If the bug is fixed, you can then uncomment the function by removing the hash symbols, and your code will be back to normal. This is a much quicker and safer way to test changes in your code without permanently altering it. B-roll change comments can also be used to provide explanations or documentation for your code. By adding comments throughout your program, you can make it easier for yourself and others to understand what each section of code does. B-roll change. In addition, comments can be used as reminders or to-do lists. If you come across a piece of code that needs improvement or further work, you can add a comment next to it to remind yourself to come back to it later. This can be especially helpful when working on large projects with multiple collaborators. B-roll change. Overall, comments are a powerful tool in Python that can help you write cleaner, more organized code. Whether you're temporarily disabling code, providing explanations, or leaving reminders, comments can make your programming experience much smoother, so don't forget to use them in your next project. So there you have it, Python comments in a nutshell. They're your built-in notepad, a way to add explanations or annotations to your code. They're a tool for testing variations of your program by temporarily disabling certain parts, and they're all made possible by the humble hash and triple double quotes. Remember, the key to effectively using comments is to ensure they're concise yet meaningful, aiding in code readability. Happy coding!